Alright, so we got a Diamond Colleen player against the Red Storm Hoji. Big Twitch streamer. Very big. Lost to Punk though.
Round one. Fight.
Pretty normal stuff so far. I think, from what I can see at least, you whiffed Fierce twice, which is not very good. Don't want to be whiffing that too much. You have him in the corner now. Pretty good. He's scared of your buttons, so walking up for throw is a pretty solid decision. I think you felt like you needed to take a risk at that moment, but you really didn't. If you got one hit into super, he was pretty much dead. So in that situation in the last round, you could have played a little more patient and tried to find like a fierce hit. You still had like 30 seconds left too. Like, if you have resources, you're really never out of it as Colleen. If you find the correct hit. Yeah, I think those V skills were not a good risk to take. Yeah, like right here, the risk is that you're going to be put into, like, right now you're one hit away from dying, which is a really bad place to be. And even if that V skill hit, you wouldn't even have been in a very good spot. I think the problem mainly that made you feel so uncomfortable to do this was that you were getting kind of outplayed in neutral. So be a little more patient, I think, and think about which buttons he's hitting, because he was pressing stand medium kick a lot, and I feel like stand light kick would be better to whiff punch this than what you were hitting. But yeah, I think this first game, it was mostly like lack of patience that cost you both rounds, because the first round you weren't really losing by that much. Like, it looked like you were, but you still had a very good chance of winning the round, and then you took a risk that you didn't need to take. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have the wrong idea here. Like, you're pressing the right buttons, but he's beating you because he's waiting and whiff punishing you. Like, the idea is you want to be pressing back heavy kick in a range that'll hit him. And right here, he walks back and whiff punishes you for it. Like, it's the right thing to do, but you're just not playing the footsies correctly. And right there, like, crouch medium kick is a good button to press. But if he's waiting to whiff punish you, I don't think he necessarily has a beat on your rhythm. He just knows that you're easily baited into whiffing a button. So that way he doesn't need to take a lot of risks. Like, he's not really pressing very many buttons when he knows that you're going to press a button. Like, right here, he's just waiting. Like, at this moment, he actually just goes back and waits for you to whiff something. So if you can show that you're willing to walk forward in those moments, that's like the mind game there. Like, walking forward so your button's in range. But yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the biggest reason why you're losing. Just, he's outplaying you in footsies too hard. And that's kind of where Colleen has to play the matchup, I think. Nerf Cody. Yeah, like, already you're whiffing crouch medium kick. You should never... Like, he didn't even walk into range, really, for it to be blocked. Yeah, I feel like you can't really tell when he's walking back. You already have like this idea of when to press the button in your head, and you're not looking at where he is on screen. Okay. This is a good start. You can definitely win the round off of this. Throw. Nice. That was very random of him to tech there. He didn't need to do that. Nice. No confirm, but I mean, it's kind of hard to decide when to confirm in B-Trigger. Okay. That's just kind of unfortunate, I think. You could have played a little more patient there, but it's also reasonable to go for that. I assume the sweeps are back heavy kick. Actually, sweeping is not a good decision to do there. Alright, good. Back throw? There you definitely should have back thrown. Okay. I think... Alright, so this is... I feel like people might have different opinions here, but I think right here, I would not have spent the meter. Because after you throw them like twice, then you're one hit away from killing with super. So I feel like it's better to just go for the hail, take a throw, and then you'll probably be one hit away. But right here, you'll probably need more hits. Yeah, you should really never be doing sweep in neutral. It's so slow, it's very easily baited, it's very easily whiff punished. There you just got whiff punished by his buffer. But yeah, like right here, this is not a good risk to take. I think you shouldn't have spent the meter there. Yeah, the side switch doesn't do enough for you, I think. Like it's much scarier if he, at this point, if he's at lower life, because one hit will probably kill him, than it is to just be like at this situation in the corner. It's kind of different if you have a lot more life to take from him, because then he could potentially lose a lot of his life very fast in the corner. But the corner isn't really the problem here, it's how little life he has. Alright, that was random too. Just because you see other players doing sweep in neutral doesn't mean you should do it. It is not very smart. I think doing V-skill at ranges where they can punish is also not very smart. That was a little bit too far. Nice. Okay, you're one hit away from winning here, so you should be patient. Oh, that was actually just really good from him. Yeah, you shouldn't have jumped though. There was no reason to jump here. Like, you probably didn't think he could do that. But even if he couldn't, like an anti-air into back throw is still not something you want to risk. If my back heavy kick hits like right here and he walks back a little bit. Oh, what? Then like suddenly it'll whiff. Like you'll feel like it can hit, but because he took that slight walk back, it'll whiff. I think what's happening to you is that you are not paying attention enough to his movements and you're focused on which button you want to press. And that's why you think that he has a beat on you, but he doesn't really. he's just able to react once you press that button. So I'll give an example, because he was also whiffing buttons too. If he feels comfortable pressing his stand medium kick, like right here, what you do is walk back a little. But if you like buffer light kick, it'll even be possible. It's not a thing about reactions, really. I don't think I have particularly good reactions. It's more about expecting when they'll press it, and then just pressing the button. Like, I don't have to react to seeing the button. I just have to see the movement that they do at the moment I walk back, and I can press it. The second thing is your risk reward. I guess perception is bad. I feel like you've been saying things like I had a read on that the sweep would hit or something, but it doesn't really matter if you have a read or not. There's just not very much reason to do it, because here you'll lose like 200 or 300 health if it gets blocked. And there's like very little chance that a good player is going to get hit by it. Like, it might hit, but it's not a risk you need to take. It's the same thing with B skill. When you do it, you're just giving up damage when they could just actually be blocking. So it's a bad risk to take. It's different when you're in V-Trigger, because it can be more spaced out and maybe not punishable. But the regular V skills, at least, can't be spaced out against Cody. They'll be punishable, and if they're playing patient, which they should be, the risk reward is bad on this. So doing things like this, and neutral, not very good. Risk reward was also shown in the couple of rounds when you had pretty much full meter, and you took a big risk. All right, if they're at this much life, and you have full super, no matter how much life you have, you should never take a risk, because one hit into super will kill them. I think that was the main things we talked about. You need to improve in Footsies, and you need to get your perceptions of risk reward better, which is good because I have YouTube videos on both of those things.